What's going on, Clash Bashers? Rocky here today, and today we're back and we're going to be talking about Town Hall 10 Bowitch. This strategy has been working absolutely wonderful for me. I've been getting a ton of requests for a lot of people asking for me to break down Town Hall 10 Bowitch, and honestly, it's my go-to war attack right now. Been getting a lot of 3 stars. A lot of you guys will see that on stream, a lot in videos, you know, the 5v5. Okay, not maybe in videos, but a lot on stream when I do my Town Hall 10 attacks. Bowitch has just been wrecking for me, guys. I'm going to break down my thought process when I'm going to do a Bowitch, what I'm thinking, my army, and how to go ahead and execute, even if it is sloppy, how to get those 3 stars. So that's what we're going to be doing today. If you guys are pumped up for some Bowitch action, make sure you guys subscribe and turn on those notifications. And if you guys enjoy the video, leave a like on it, of course. Later on, if you like what you saw here, go ahead and slap a like on it. So I'm going to go ahead, pull up the first replay, and we'll show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. All right, guys, so these are the type of bases I'm really looking for, where kind of the infernos are in a straight line, and not necessarily always in a straight line, but basically where I could take on one inferno at a time, use the wall wrecker. Wall wrecker is huge on these Bowitch attacks. Honestly, it makes it a lot easier, makes it just get right through that base, and I love having the wall wrecker. If you don't have a wall wrecker, I'm not saying this isn't going to work, but it's going to be a little bit tougher for you. My sample army that I'm generally going with is around 8 witches, 20 bowlers, 4 giants, and then a wizard in there for filler. Giants in the wall wrecker, especially with single infernos. You want giants in there just so that, they could take on the single infernos and not, let all your troops get wrecked. I have been bringing a freeze spell on it, and I like the freeze a lot, and you'll kind of see that come into play on this one, especially early on where there's an inferno near where I'm going in. We got 3 rages, a jump for later in the base, and a heal spell, and you'll kind of see how that goes on. My thought process usually with the heal spell is about where my bowlers and clan castle meet, like the enemy clan castle kind of meet, is usually where I'm throwing down that heal. And what I'm looking for in a base, guys, is a base that I can kind of take on, like I said, one inferno at a time. That's usually the direction going. On this base, I'm going to go in from this side over here and work through the base like so, and then opposite Town Hall is where I'm going to go in. I want to find a base that I can get good value out of my wrecker, let that wrecker plow through. So we're going to come in through here. That way that wrecker can kind of, come down through the base, if that makes sense. And then what I do is I throw 3 witches and 3 bowlers in each corner. The reason I do that is that starts to set up the perimeter funnel, guys. It starts taking out some of these trash buildings on the outside, and then I'll throw a couple more bowlers, to work on those as, everything else is working through. And it just absolutely destroys. It does a good job. Sometimes it's sloppy. I'm not going to say it's perfect every single time, but you guys will see kind of what I'm talking about here as this base, kind of goes down and as we work through it. I don't run healers on it. Yes, I know there are healer variations, but I feel like most of the time you don't need it. Even if there are wizard towers on the outside, the witches are beefy enough that it's going to be fine. I mean, they'll get through there. We have a heal spell for the center of the base. Even, with the giant, or the bomb tower, the wizard tower, all that stuff right there. We have, heal spell to get right through that. So usually what I'm thinking, guys, is funnel on the outside and send the rest of just send everything right up the middle. But be aware of your funnel. Make sure that you're taking out these outside buildings. That way you're working outside in. So let's go ahead and get into this replay. See, it's a minute 36. It's a little bit of a shorter replay, but you'll see exactly what I'm talking about here, guys. So, like I said, 3 witches, 3 bowlers in each corner, and that's always going in first. So 3 witches, 3 bowlers. I always put the witches in first. That way they can spawn some skellies, and then the bowlers behind, that way they don't get too far out. And then I bring the 4 giants, especially on a base like this where the inferno's on the outside. I bring those 4 giants to kind of tank a little bit for the wall wrecker, and also tank for the troops I'm going to be throwing down. Those giants will get out in front of everything and just start tanking some of those defenses, so those extra few witches can start, spamming some skellies, start getting those in there. And then you see, we got giants, or we got our giants going in, we got our 2 witches in, and then we got bowlers on the outside just to clear those trash buildings. That way when our wrecker comes up through here, everyone wants to go through that hole that the wrecker creates. You know what I mean there? You don't want everything going on the outside, and I see that a ton, and that's just due to a lack of funneling. You want to make sure you take out those outside trash buildings. King goes in, queen goes in, and you'll see right here, we're going to go ahead and throw that freeze in. That's why I've been running a freeze lately. Even if there isn't an inferno out there, there's usually somewhere in the base you can get good freeze value. So at this point, we got the whole line of first stuff taken out. That storage is holding us up a little bit, but you'll see everything's going to work up towards the center of the base. We're going to drop in a rage. We see the enemy clan council coming out, and I usually poison them pretty much right away there. Poison them, and then kind of as they meet my troops, drop that heal down. That's going to keep my king up, keep my bowlers up. Not necessarily keep everything up, but keep them healthy as they work through. We'll zoom out a little bit here so you guys can kind of see how the outsides are working. But the Wrecker just absolutely destroys right on through this one. Jump spell for right here because I knew that Wrecker was going to go in at an angle. I didn't know if I could get it. Honestly, I could have probably put the Wrecker a little bit higher. But I like that Wrecker to tank, and there's Giants in there, which you can see the Giants are going to tank late for us. Max Giants in the Clan Castle. Absolutely beautiful. Last Rage spell coming in. Giants tanking, Bowlers going, Queen wrecking. We still got our Queen's ability. We got tons of Bowlers, tons of Witches alive. And that's just how we do it, guys. We wreck right through. We got tons of troops left. And a lot of times if one side goes bad or whatnot, the other side picks it up. As you see here, we got tons of Bowlers and Witches down here. As, you know, up here, the Witches just got taken out, but we still got our Queen's ability this late in the raid. That's when you know it's a good raid, when you're to the last third of the base and you still got your Queen's ability. That's easy money triple, right, guys? So this one just ran really smooth for me. Like I said, this is my go-to war attack strategy. I'm going to show you one that didn't quite go as planned, but I'll show you how I recovered that, guys. All right, guys, same exact army here. I got 3 Witches already in. Same exact army going in, even with the Tesla down here at the bottom. Not going to distract what I'm doing. It's still going to go with the Witches, still going to go with the Bowlers. And on this one, I probably should have put my Wrecker more over here because the Town Hall is a little bit more at a steeper angle. But same thing, guys. Same type of base. These bases just work really well for the Bowitch. And you'll kind of see here, you'll kind of just see my wall wrecker placement was absolute trash on this one, guys. My wall wrecker should have been up here, like where those Bowlers are, but that's okay. We can bounce back from that. We see everything just starting to work in there, and the jump spell kind of comes in at a really awkward, weird place on this one, and you'll see what I mean here shortly. We'll go ahead and rage up those Bowlers. We didn't actually freeze. There goes that freeze on the Clan Castle. We didn't freeze the Inferno because it actually didn't lock onto our wrecker. So what we see up here is we don't have so much in the core, and our wrecker's off to the side, but we have this huge group up here that's kind of coming to this open compartment. So I'm like, crap, I need to fix this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and throw down a jump spell to get in towards that other Inferno that's up right here, and you'll kind of see that come in right there. The King got out in front to funnel everything in there. The wrecker's still going, so we're still going to have those Giants popping out of the wrecker. And this is kind of an example of when things don't go absolutely perfect, but it still comes together. Look how far that wrecker is into the base. We throw our heal down nice and late here because we haven't really needed it. Everything kind of separated on this base. And like I said, it's not always, you know, perfect attacks. I'm not saying I'm the best perfect Town Hall 10 attacker, but this strategy on bases like this where you can take on one Inferno at a time, get a straight line through the base with that wrecker, you're going to have a good time, guys. You're going to have a good time getting right on through here. And this is just exactly what I want to show you. I'm going to show you a nice attack from this current war. It was against a little bit of a weaker base, but it just went really well. It went exactly to plan. I just want to show you guys what that one's kind of looking like. So here we go. We're going to clean this baby up. We're going to get a nice little 3-star on it, and that's all you got to do, guys. Stick with the attack. Don't give up. If something goes wrong, look where you can fix it. Throw that jump down off to the side to get those troops coming back in to take out bows and stuff like that, you know? Whatever is going to work for you to get that 3-star, fix it and make it happen. Never give up on an attack, guys. There, a nice little 6-pack from our Town Hall 10 account. All right, guys, actually, instead of going and showing you guys the easier base, let's show you an attack that was a lot closer. And something I didn't like about this base is how wide it is kind of going this way. If you see like how wide this base is, it's a little bit harder for the kill squad to kind of get through the base when it's nice and wide like this. And usually, like, you know, I like kind of going to the skinnier side. But again, I don't like taking on those single Infernos or like both at the same time. But also, I want that value for the wrecker coming through there. So this one's going to be a little bit closer. And again, what you want to look for is you just want value out of those Witches and Bowlers on the outside. There's not too much splash defense on the outside, so I feel comfortable sending them out. We're going to send the wrecker right through here, and pretty much the same type of base here, guys. And this one's a little bit of a closer attack. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Things got sketchy on this one, but I figured I would show you this attack because, honestly, I don't care showing you. Even if I fail, I don't mind showing you that because it's a good learning experience. One mistake I made here, guys, was I did not get my freeze down. As you'll see here, if I get my freeze down, this attack goes way smoother. My wrecker stays up longer, gets through the base further, but I do not get my freeze down. I forget to freeze. I'm working on all this other stuff, all the other nonsense, and that Inferno is just going to absolutely take my wrecker down, guys. Stick to your plan. I get the freeze in, and it's like a month and a half late. It does save our king. Here comes the Clan Castle troops coming out. But you'll see, we got troops starting to walk around a little bit here. But again, that base is so wide that it's just not the best for value. The Witches kind of go in naked up top. The Skellies go to the bottom, so they kind of get messed up right there. We do have the clan castle getting taken down there with all those bowlers, king, queen in the center. But really, man, things went a little bit sideways from the beginning when I didn't freeze that Inferno to save my record. The freeze is in there specifically to save that record. So freeze that Inferno so the record can get through there, the kill squad can get to it with a rage and take it out, and I failed to do that. So always try to stick to your plan and remember your plan. But again, never give up on an attack, guys. If things aren't going well, that's not an excuse to give up on it. We go ahead and hit that queen's ability just to get her through the wall, save her some damage there. And one of the clutchest plays, I think, on this attack right here was this rage spell right here on these giants. It's going to help get them through the wall right here, and I think it helps save the witches, to be honest. I think that what saved this attack. At this point, all we have left is right over here. 2 or 3 witches and a handful of giants. So we don't have much left, and we have a few mortars up. We have 3 mortars up, which are going to take out our skellies, weaken our witches down. Look how weak that witch is right there. She's taking shots from that mortar, and it's not good, guys. We need to get her out of there. You'll see the giants finally break through that wall. The town hall is going to get ready down. She takes another mortar shot, but once that town hall falls, she's able to dodge the mortar shot, get out of there. Skelly's working around, and that's sometimes you just need a little luck also, guys. Not always is it, you know, gonna go to plan, gonna go exactly how it should or perfect or anything like that. Sometimes you do need a little luck on your side, and I mean, we had another 6-pack this war. It's been working really well for me. I mean, you guys saw on the 5v5 Friday, I had a nice little 3-star with the Bowitch. Again, I just love this attack strategy. I know a lot of people are in love with like Falcon, Wrecker Hogs, Wrecker Lalo, and that's great. Those are really solid, but for me, for my money on bases like this, the Bowitch with the Wrecker is just OP. Like, there's no reason not to use it on a base like this, where you can get huge value out of that Wrecker, huge value going down the side, going up the center with the Bowitch, the kill squad, and the heroes and all that great stuff. I just think it's a really solid attack. I think it's a consistent attack, even though it is really spammy, and that's what people say, oh, that attack takes no skill, it's just all spam. Yes, it is spam. I'll give you that. I'm not saying it's the most skillful attack, but you still have to be able to execute your spell placement and get your troops in the right place so they're not going all over the place. But as you guys can see there, a nice little array of attacks using the Bowitch. That is my go-to army, guys. That is my go-to build. Sometimes you might have to take an extra jump, but honestly, at Town Hall 10, for the bases you're hitting, 1 jump should be fine for the back end. By the time the record goes down, you should be all right. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed this. Hopefully this is going to help you become a better Town Hall 10 attacker. If you guys have any questions, let me know down in the comment section. I'll do my best to answer any and all questions. So let me know, you know, if you do have any, and like I said, I'll try my best to get those. Thank you guys so much for watching today. You guys have a great day. Keep on Clash Bashing.